Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And we begin with tracking breaking news from Detroit's west side. Take a look at this. That is where 2 girls have been shot, and we know that one has died. Both of those girls were shot inside of a home just after midnight, and 12 hours later, the investigation is still active. It happened in a home on Freeland. This is near the area of Linden and Hubble. Our Sean Lay has been there all morning long trying to gather information about what went down here. And Sean, what do we know about the second victim and the circumstances?
Second victim in stable condition, we just learned. But what I want to do is, this is a really disturbing scene, Rhonda. Show you this home right at the corner here of Freeland and Linden. Someone came by here at 12:30, as you say, sprayed this house with gunfire. The front window, so many holes there. The front door shattered. The windows on the left also shot up. Here's what we've learned. A 16-year-old girl was inside at the time she was hit, and sources tell me she did not make it. She did not survive this shooting. Now, another teenager, a girl, was also inside. She has not been identified yet. The person who passed away has been identified. However, the other girl was rushed to the hospital, where again she's in stable condition. And again, as you say, this is a very, very active investigation. We know police are here and in the area looking for any type of video or witnesses. We've been speaking to neighbors as well. So we're going to continue to try to dig into this and also connect with police again to see if there's any description of the gun or who may have done this. But a 16-year-old is dead. Another teen in the house, in the hospital, in a stable condition. Rhonda?
So absolutely tragic. Sean, thank you. We have some positive breaking news on the condition of the Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin. He is now breathing on his own, and he's also off of that ventilator and able to talk. In fact, he was able to FaceTime with his teammates this morning to tell them that he loved them. A short time ago, Bills head coach Sean McDermott talked about the moment the team saw Hamlin.
To see the players' reaction, they stood up right away and clapped for him, and yelled some things to him, and it was a pretty cool exchange for a few seconds there.
And Jake Gray is in Cincinnati with what's next in the recovery process.
The news continues to be great here at University of Cincinnati Medical Center when it comes to Damar Hamlin. We are learning that his breathing tube was actually removed overnight. He is breathing on his own at this point. That from a social media post from the Buffalo Bills. In fact, we're told that he spent some time on FaceTime this morning with teammates and plans to address the entire Buffalo Bills team at some point later today. So clearly some very significant progress for Hamlin, who is breathing on his own now for the first time since he collapsed Monday night in the game against the Cincinnati Bengals here. He is still in critical condition, according to doctors, still in ICU. And they stress that yesterday's good news and what we're hearing this morning is all great, but it's an update. It's not the end of his recovery process, and that's still going to be long and difficult. But they are extremely confident that he will retain the same mental and physical capabilities that he had before the collapse once everything here is said and done. This has really been a boost to his teammates, who have been emotional throughout this entire process, and they now say that they will continue to play for Damar, including this weekend in their final regular season game against the New England Patriots. So again, everything looking positive with Hamlin's recovery. That's the very latest from here in Cincinnati. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you.
Oh, just so great to hear all of this hopeful news. And doctors say it is still early to know if Hamlin will be able to return to the professional football field again. But we know one of his first questions was, when he regained consciousness, whether or not the team won the Monday night football game. And as we've been talking about, the doctor said, you won in life. We are also watching the breaking news out of Washington right now, where that standoff over the House Speaker position is in day 4. Members of the House of Representatives are about to enter into a 12th vote after Representative Kevin McCarthy suffered defeat on the 11th try last night. McCarthy and a group of far-right holdouts are inching closer to a deal with a lot of negotiations and concessions, but it still may not be enough to give McCarthy the 218 votes that he he needs. Bree Jackson is in Washington with what's on the table.
Lawmakers huddled behind closed doors again last night, and sources tell NBC News that a promising deal is close.
Fulcher, McCarthy,
Vote
Gates, Trump,
after vote
Cloud, Donalds,
after vote,
McCarthy.
and still no House Speaker. Kevin McCarthy, the leading Republican vote-getter, failing to reach the magic number of 218 for the 11th time Thursday. Still, he says he'll try and try again.
You do all hypothetical anything you want. Who else can get to 200 votes?
Roughly 90% of GOP members support McCarthy's bid to become Speaker, but a small group of rebel Republicans say they never will, even voting for former President Trump instead.
I wouldn't be betting on my vote for Kevin McCarthy under almost any circumstance.
It takes to the 4th of July, it takes to the 4th of July, but at the end of the day, Kevin will get to speak.
Despite making concessions, including a rule that a single House member could force a vote to remove the Speaker, some hardline holdouts refused to budge.
Politics for these people has become entertainment. It has become sport.
The House can't function amid the fierce GOP infighting, as frustrated Democrats can only sit by and watch.
Literally a branch of the government is offline while we're waiting for this to get resolved.
This is only an example of what we're likely to see over the next couple of years.
The House stands adjourned until...
After days of chaos on the House floor, lawmakers hope to bring this lengthy process to an end. It's now the longest contest for the gavel since before the Civil War. The longest vote for House Speaker in history lasted 2 months and 133 ballots. That happened back in 1855. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson. Back to you.
All right, Bree, thank you. A week-long campout in front of Riverview City Hall is over. At 9 o'clock this morning, the city started accepting applications for marijuana businesses in that city. Applicants had been in line for several days because only a few businesses will be able to set up shop in the designated area, according to the new city ordinance. There's only so much space for these businesses. Jeff Molino didn't camp out, but the people he paid were there for 9 days.
We made it this far. Our team did a great job. I wasn't one of the guys that was on site, thankfully, but our guys did a great job.
So I had like this little blow-up mattress and made it cozy. I had LED lights, and I brought an iPad I could watch TV on. And
because there are some people that know how to camp out and some that are just not cut out for it. It's not that licenses are limited, but it's just the real estate that is limited. There's not enough space. Cannabis businesses have to be at least 300 feet from one another, not to mention away from schools and daycares and the like. And there's just so much commercial property, only so much available. Another cloudy day around here as we take a live look at Ann Arbor this afternoon. And forewarned meteorologist Brandon Rude joins us now with the elusive sunshine.
We're tracking some, just trying to plant that seed or dangle the carrot ahead of the cart because it's something to look forward to, right? We've got middle 30s across the area, just sort of ho-hum doldrums of the gray January skies. Wind chills are in the 20s for most of the area as you're heading out and about. We've been seeing very limited moisture, but could be some drips, could be some flakes here in parts of Oakland County. We're not seeing a whole lot, but, you know, in the Lake Angeles area, it's not much to it. There is a little bit of wet weather coming off of Lake Michigan with a west wind drawing more clouds our way, but also, you know, a couple of flakes, couple of drips. We'll maybe get another couple of degrees, 38 later this afternoon. So the clouds are leaking a little today. We are tracking some much needed sunshine and whether winter will return next week. But if you're stepping out the door right now and you need to know, just know that the Forewarned Weather app is covering everything for you and it's absolutely free. Rhonda?
Thank you, Brandon. Still to come, another volcano is erupting in Hawaii. The incredible images that we are getting as lava flows in a national park. But first, a look at how Washington is marking the somber second anniversary of the January 6th deadly insurrection. And Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson is being honored for her work in its aftermath. We're going to have details on that next.